Good morning, everybody. This is Allie with the morning workout. Woo, I already started mine. I forgot my timer, so I'm out of breath before we even start, but I'm up earlier than I have been in a very long time, and it's for you. So if you can get up to get your shoes on, this is going to be an intense workout. We're going to get rolling right away. Have some weights handy, high intensity interval training with Keola and some time with God. So let's begin with a few deep cleansing breaths. Start marching in place, inhaling up, exhaling down. You're going to need a mat and some weights. You're going to do great at this today. I woke up early, so you can wake up early and show yourself some love. We're going to stop and work on our focus and our posture for the practice. So beginning in Mount Zion position, placing your feet hip distance apart, actively grounding the edges of your feet into the floor. Working your way up the body by tightening the muscles in your legs, tucking the pelvis under, lifting the navel in and up, rolling your shoulders up and down, pulling your fingertips towards the floor and the tops of your heads towards the sky, lengthening as if you've got a ballerina string, lengthening up through your spine, top of the head towards the sky like a ballerina in Mount Zion position. Closing your eyes, inhaling, exhaling, releasing any prayers, concerns to God. The Holy Spirit is a gift to all those who believe in Jesus Christ, an internal light to guide us. Galatians 5:22 and 23 states that the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Taking a moment now to choose one of those fruits as a focus of your practice today, allowing God to work in your heart, helping you to grow stronger in Christ and in that fruit. One more big breath in here, waking up and out. Opening your eyes, beginning our warm-up. We're going to keep that firm Mount Zion posture throughout our practice. Arms up overhead, exhaling, drawing the knee into the body. Switching sides, focusing on your fruit. Again, keeping that length and keeping that firm belly. So pulling up the legs and down the arms with intention so that your belly is firm, as if someone were to come and touch you in the belly. They'd feel strong, strength. A few more. Last two. And now we're going to come with hamstrings, pulling the hamstrings. Just warming up your body a little bit. Like I said, I'm already out of breath. I just ran up a huge flight of stairs to get my phone and my timer so that we can get you in and out of here well. It's a short workout. In about 35 minutes, you're going to get everything your body needs. Full body workout, working your core and your heart rate. Good. Coming into a squat and just stretching over. A few big stretches before we get started, just warming up the body. There's going to be a lot of dynamic stretching throughout, across the body. Inhaling up, coming forward for a gentle stretch and wide-legged satisfied. Big breath in and out. Coming back up. Now we're going to come back to the knees. And then we're going to start hands to the hips, keeping that length. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now kicking to the butt. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can continue to do just the pulling the legs up and the hamstrings without the jumping. This workout's for you. So whatever you can do today is helpful. If you need to stop at any time, that's okay. You're doing great with whatever you can do today and building strength. Last one. Good. And now just jogging in place. You stay here. I'm going to show you the first movement. If you have a heavier weight, you can grab that heavier weight. And what you're going to do is we're going to come into a seated with Christ variation. Hands about hip distance apart. Coming down into a squat. Down with the weight. And then as you come up, all the way up with the weight. Okay. So when you're ready, go ahead, grab your weight, and we're going to start the first interval. So coming down, seated with Christ squat, inhaling and then exhaling up with the arms. Inhaling down, exhaling up, focusing on your fruit. Again, remembering that Mount Zion posture, especially from the base of the spine through to the crown of your head. You want a long torso, firm belly as you come into each of these movements, focusing on your fruit. You're gonna get tired likely in this 30 minutes, but just keep your focus on that fruit and persevere. You can do this. It's a great way to start your day. A few more. One more. Down, keeping the knees behind the toes, and up. Good. Now, we're gonna bring the toes out to a little bit wider than shoulder width apart, pointed out at a 45-degree angle, sinking down into like a sumo squat into what's called protected position in Keola. And we're gonna draw a figure 8 with the arms pressing with the weight. Pressing your hands together with the weight, keeping the pelvis tucked. You don't want the bum pooging out, you want the pelvis tucked. As you come into your figure 8 with your arms, you're working your core, your obliques, your side body, focusing on your fruit. Again, in protected position. We're gonna learn a lot of the names for Keola, which is a Christian mind-body alternative. And so you'll learn those names, and we'll do a lot of these same movements throughout the morning Meltdown workouts every Tuesday and Thursday at 6 a.m. here on Facebook Live for 6 weeks. Okay, last big figure 8. Great job releasing. And now we're gonna come to the floor for a little bit of strength training on the floor. Put the weight down and some dynamic stretching. Inhaling up, exhaling forward. You need to get your hands, bright wide fingers on the mat, feet back. We're gonna come into empowered position, which is a plank position. So one long straight line with the body, bright wide fingers, that's your ground. And on an exhale, you're gonna press back into humbled position. Just feeling that stretch through the body. Inhaling forward, flowing between the two, empowered. Exhaling into humbled. Inhaling, empowered. Exhaling into humbled. Continuing to flow between the two at your own pace with your breath. Focusing on your fruit. Thanking God that He empowers the humbled. He gives grace to the humbled, but He opposes the proud. Asking Him for humility this morning. Giving Him this time is humility. You're going to have time at the end to spend with Him. The most important time of your day is that quiet time with God. So you're blessing spirit, soul, and body this morning. Last one. Exhaling back. Good. Bringing the feet back together. Coming all the way back up. And we're going to go right into our next round. So this time, I need you to grab a lighter set of hand weights. Maybe 3 to 5 pounds if you're just starting. If you don't have hand weights, that's okay. I just started using them this year, and I've been working out for more than 20 years. So standing firmly on your left foot, we're going to come back into a curtsy lunge called courteous in Keola. Bicep curl and then an overhead press as that leg comes out to the side. Triceps in the back with that courteous lunge, and then a bicep curl overhead press. And when we're ready here, we're going to start lifting that leg up to standing position. All right, so let's do that now. Curtsy, exhaling up. We're working with this kind of lunge and courteous, that curtsy lunge. You're really working your glutes. It's a great one for all the muscles of the glutes. You're working the outer part as well, the gluteus minimus, which is your hip abductors, bringing the muscles that bring your leg back down. And then as we bring this leg up, this is the last one, we're working those outer thighs more. Whew. Shake it out. You're doing great. This is so worth it. Switching to the other side, standing firmly on your right leg, coming back into courteous with the left leg. Bicep curl and just tapping out that foot at first with that overhead press. Just getting used to the movement, focusing on your fruit. You didn't forget that Mount Zion position, did you, in your belly? Especially as you raise those arms overhead. Let's lift that leg. When we raise the arms overhead, we don't want to pooge out the lower rib cage like that. We want to keep it locked in. So keeping that lower rib cage locked into the pelvis. Firm belly. Last one. Full down and up, working those glutes. Good, release. Placing the weights to the floor. Coming to the floor again for another abdominal core work. And this one, you want to get a little bit more mat. We're coming to established, a variation of established, so we're going to come slowly down, one vertebrae at a time. You want your knees glued together, and raise that right leg up, keeping those knees glued together, arms overhead, remembering that Mount Zion position from the rib cage, or the pelvis all the way up, keeping that rib cage locked in. On an inhale, you're going to bring the fingertips up toward heaven. Exhaling all the way up and hold. Inhaling down, slowly, slowly, keeping those legs glued together. Exhaling the rest of the way back. Inhaling up. Exhaling all the way up. Hold. Great job working the whole core. If you need to grab hold behind, you can do that. Last one on this side. This is tough. So we're only going to do 3 on each side. And if you also need to lower the leg, as a beginner, that's okay. Now switching sides, lifting that left leg up. Inhaling, fingertips up toward heaven. Exhaling over, hold. Great job. Established position. Inhaling up. Exhale, hold. And again, if you need to just hold here, if you're beginning, that's okay too. Working the whole core. Inhaling up, even the inner thighs as we glue those legs together, which is also helpful to your core. Last one down, slowly, slowly. Taking a little break, finally. Bringing those knees into the chest for his child on your back and holding here for rest and praise. Big breath in, focusing on your fruit. And out. Good. Rolling onto your side, coming up. Taking a drink of water if you need it. Little break, and then we're going to hit it again. Good. Moving the mat. Coming to the next position, which we still want the mat down, but you want enough room to let your legs come back. We're going to do an empowered jacks, almost like a Pilates jacks. I love Pilates. It's great for your body. So we're going to step down, inhaling up, exhaling forward, bringing the fingertips to the floor, stepping forward with the hands, and then coming into empowered, and we're going to jack out 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. Walking the hands back, bending the knees if you need to, coming all the way back up, exhaling into seated with Christ, and then a jack. Good. We're going to keep doing a few of these. Coming down, inhaling up, exhaling forward, stepping out with the hands, coming into empowered position, and then jacking 6 times. If you need to just tap, then you can just tap out or just hold empowered. I don't know how many we're doing. 1 more. Coming back slowly, inhaling up, exhaling seated with Christ, and then jacking out. Good. Inhaling up, exhaling forward, walking those hands forward into empowered, jacking 6 times. You're doing great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is so worth it. You're going to get great results physically, but you're also going to spend that time spiritually. Another time, inhaling up, exhaling forward, keep with it. Just sit and empowered if you need to, but keep moving. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Coming all the way back up. Inhaling up, big breath in, focusing on your fruit, seated with Christ. Jack. Last one, you're doing great. Inhaling up, exhaling forward, bending those knees. All the way forward 6 times. You can do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Coming all the way back up. Big breath in. Exhaling, seated with Christ. Jack. Good job. Now working the side body in persevering position. If you need to take a rest into his child at any time for rest and praise, please do that. This is your workout as well. You'll see yourself getting stronger in the 6 weeks So persevering, you can either start with your elbow on the mat or your hands. Bright wide fingers. We want one leg in front of the other, staggered stance, arm up, and we're going to drop those hips. 7, 6, keeping length through the body. 5, 4, really lifting up on that lift or just holding, persevering if you need to. Last one. Good. Switching sides, coming to the other side. Bright wide fingers, staggering the stance, arm up. And if you're ready, stay here, but if you're ready, we're gonna hip drop. Down. 7, 6, shoulders away from the ears. 4, focusing on your fruit, not your body, you're doing great. 2, last one, good. Dropping onto the knees. Pressing back into his child for rest and praise. Big breath in, focusing on your fruit. And out. Sometimes this is our most powerful position. Just coming here on our knees before God, giving him everything, knowing we're his, and he holds us in the palm of his hands. Good. Coming all the way back up. You're doing so great. This is the last big interval, and then we're going to take our shoes off and slow it down and do some core work. You can do this. So grabbing the light set of weights again. Arms up, shoulders, rolling the shoulders down and back. Not forgetting that Mount Zion posture, firm, long torso, zipping up from the inner thighs into the pelvis. We're going to come back, bring the feet together. Come back to the first two movements, seated with Christ and protected, but seated with Christ this time. Legs together. We're going to do double triceps. Keep those wavy arms away. Down, triceps back, up with intention, triceps again. Down with control, up. Sitting, keeping the knees behind the toes, remembering that Mount Zion with the rib cage, not pushing your rib cage out, but really locking it into the pelvis, working those abdominals. You're doing so great. Focusing on your fruit. Thanking God we are seated with Christ far above all of our problems, whatever's going on. Think of those good things up with him, things that are good and true and lovely. Last one. Great. All the way up. Now opening the feet again to protected. This time we're going to come into protected, remembering that pelvis tuck, not letting the bum pooch out. We're going to punch across the body. Jesus punches. 1, 2. Working your obliques again. Working your arms, shoulders down the back, away from the ears, long necks, focusing on your fruit. Thanking God for this time. Thanking God for the ability to do this today. Thanking him you're getting stronger, spirit, soul, and body with this time to take for yourself this morning. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Great job. All right, kick those weights off to the side. Take a drink. If you need a drink, we're going to take the shoes and the socks off. Bring the mat all the way down for a little bit more of dynamic stretching and strength, and then some core work. Coming down, opening that mat. Coming into our transitional sun series for Keola. We always do this in the class. Any classes, even slower ones. Inhaling, right foot comes up for the cross. Inhaling up, exhaling forward into satisfied. Stepping back with your right foot, followed by the left. Exhaling into humbled. Inhaling forward, right finger empowered. Down slowly, one straight body as you come all the way to the floor for strengthened. Lengthening through the crown of the head, lifting the back for love. We want to use our back, not our hands. Straightening the spine, pressing into the body, firm body all the way back up. Empowered and humbled. Right foot forward, followed by the left. Coming all the way back up, seated with Christ. Great. Left side comes in for the cross. Separating the feet. Exhaling forward into satisfied. Stepping back with the left foot, followed by the right. Exhaling into humble. This transitional sun series, represents Christ's victory over death, starting at the cross. And then he spent those 3 days beating death. We don't know exactly what those 3 days looked like for him, but because of that, we don't have to face death. And he is now seated at the right hand of the Father, praying for you, for your victory here on earth as it is in heaven. Coming down slowly, we're going to stop and work love. So lengthening through the spine and then lifting. Omit this if it hurts your lower back, but really tuck the tailbone into the floor. Hands to the forehead. Then lift up. Exhaling, shoulders down the back. Coming back down on an inhale. Coming up. Exhaling, shoulders down the back. Inhaling back down. Up. Exhaling. Inhaling back down. Last one. Up. Exhaling. Inhaling back down. Trying to help those rounded shoulders. Pressing back up. Firm body. Exhaling, humbled. Right foot forward. All the way back up. Seated with Christ. Last time, left side. You're doing great. Inhaling up. Exhaling into satisfied. Every one of these positions is given freely because of the work of Jesus. Satisfied, empowered, humbled. And it's all because you are loved. Straightening the spine, pressing back up into humbled. So is that fruit of the Spirit, freely given. And now you are seated with Christ. Great job. Inhaling up. Exhaling forward into satisfied. Holding that stretch. Feeling a nice stretch through the back of the legs. You can bring the fingertips to the floor if it's comfortable. Big breath in, focusing on your fruit. And out. Also drawing the hands back into owned position. Lengthening up, really feeling that stretch through the chest and the arms, the biceps, which you worked. Big breath in, focusing on your fruit again. And out. Good. Dropping the fingertips to the floor, bending the knees, stepping back with the right knee, followed by the left, dropping onto the hips to come in for some more core work. So rolling down slowly, one vertebrae at a time. I don't want to lose you on the video. We're going to draw those hands overhead again like we did with established into immersed position. Feet are on the floor, toes are engaged up toward heaven. Belly is firm, so we have that Mount Zion position from the toes all the way to the top of the head, firm belly, arms up overhead. On an inhale, we're going to draw those fingertips up toward heaven. Exhaling over, coming all the way back up and stretching through the legs. Inhaling down slowly, slowly. You're working the same muscles on the way back down as you are as you come up, and it's a little bit easier to come down. Inhaling up, exhaling forward, slowly, slowly, feeling a stretch. This is great for the core, but it also stretches the spine and the legs after we've worked them hard. You're doing great. Inhaling up, exhaling forward. If you need to bend your knees here and keep them in a bent position and use your hands, that's perfectly okay. Inhaling up, exhaling forward, being willing to work where you're at today and not worry about what I'm doing or anybody else, just being grateful that you can do what you can do today and that you are getting stronger. This is the last one for immersed position. All the way down, slowly, slowly. Great job. Now, we're going to draw the right leg. If you need to scoot back down on your mat, you might have to, so please do that. Now we're going to draw circles with the legs for encompass position. Bringing the left leg to the floor, the right leg up toward heaven, keeping it as straight as possible, but if you need to bend it, that's okay. And if you need to bend that other leg, that's also okay. So drawing a circle with the toe on an inhale, coming across the body, down, exhaling up. Inhaling across the body, down, exhaling up. Inhaling across, down, exhaling up. Keeping the hips stable throughout the movement. Shoulders are down, away from the ears, and pressing into the mat. Now switching direction. Inhaling straight down, across the body, exhaling up. Inhaling straight down, across the body, exhaling up. Keeping that belly button zipped into the mat, into the spine. Focusing on your fruit. One more after this. Down on an inhale, Exhaling back up. Great. Bending that knee into the body, drawing that foot towards the floor, keeping it bent if that's more comfortable today. Drawing this left toe up toward heaven, shoulders down the back and into the mat, long neck. Inhaling across the body, down. Exhaling up. Inhaling across, down. Exhaling up, focusing on your fruit, keeping your hips stable. One more, and then we're going to change directions. You're doing great. You've done great today. Down this time, across, exhaling up. Praising God that He encompasses you. The Word says that you are surrounded by songs of deliverance. So no matter where you are at with your health or with whatever's going on, this is the last one. Drawing the knees into the chest for His child for rest and praise. Big breath in, focusing on your fruit. No matter where you are today, whatever your struggles are, the Word says that He surrounds you with songs of deliverance. He is singing songs of love, life, and blessing over you. Praying that you hear those sounds louder than the songs of the world, louder than the songs, or not really songs, shouts of the enemy, that you're not good enough, that you can't do this. Sending all of those voices away and tuning your heart into those songs of love and deliverance. Great job. Arm overhead, pressing yourself back up. Legs coming forward, and then we're going to bend the knees and come all the way forward for one more abdominal position, abiding position. We want to come, in Pilates it's called rolling like a ball. You're going to hug your legs. We're going to find a point where we hover and balance. On an inhale, we're going to come down. Exhaling all the way back up, trying to balance. Let's try it if you didn't already. Inhaling down, exhaling up, keeping the head bent, that C curve with the spine. Inhaling down, gluing the legs together on an exhale as you come up. Inhaling down, exhaling up. This is abiding position, holding fast to Jesus, holding fast to that word that I just spoke, holding fast to that you are loved, you are forgiven. Last one. And up. Great job. Scooching the bum back again. We're just going to continue to stretch the spine before we come back up to our standing cross position. So feet about hip distance apart, toes engaged up toward heaven, leg through the spine. So you want that Mount Zion position, zipping into the pelvis with the legs, lengthening from the base of the spine through to the crown of the head, arms up, shoulders down. On an exhale, we're going to round the back forward, living water flow. This is seated living water. Inhaling up, slowly coming back to that position with the shoulders down, strong back, strong posture. Great job. Exhaling down, 2, 3, 4. Inhaling all the way up, strong backs, strong bodies, strong Mount Zion position. Exhaling forward, stretching the spine, living water flow. Inhaling all the way up, shoulders down the back. Last one, you're doing so great today. Exhaling forward, inhaling up, 2, 3, 4. Great job. Coming onto the knees, coming all the way back up to a standing position. Inhaling all the way back up, exhaling down. You did it. We end every Keola class with this balanced cross position. So standing firmly on your right leg. Sorry, my left, your right. Tapping out with your left toe. Lifting this foot as high as you're able to go today. Beginning below the knee. Working your way above the knee if that's comfortable for you today. Keeping that leg out. Firm Mount Zion, length through the torso. Pressing the hands firmly together. Grounding all of the corners of the feet. And if you're comfortable, inhaling, raising your hands above the head. Woo! Exhaling, shoulders away from the ears. Holding here at the cross. Big breath in, keeping that rib cage locked in and out. Focusing on your fruit. And down. Good. Other side. Tapping out with your right toe. Lifting this foot as high as you're able to go today. You might be different on this side, and that's okay. It's perfectly normal. Raising the hands above the head if you'd like to intensify, and holding. We always come back here at the end of every Keola class. This is why every position name is true. This is why you have been moved from Mount Sinai, a place of works and judgment and death, which had glory. It was beautiful. It had glory, God says. But you've been moved from Sinai to Zion, a place of blessing and love and forgiveness raining down on you. Not because of your work, but because of Jesus' work. Back down. Great job. Now we're just going to stretch, massage a bit, and then spend some time with God. Inhaling up. Exhaling forward into satisfied once again. Holding here. Big breath in and out. Bending the knees, coming all the way to the floor. Dropping onto the bum. Rolling down. One vertebrae at a time for your final stretching. Just taking time to relax the body, relax your heart. Bringing that right leg up toward heaven and pulling that leg into the body wherever it's comfortable, hamstring or calf, but keeping it as straight as possible. You can straighten that left leg to the floor if you'd like to intensify, holding here in submitted position. Big breath in, focusing on your fruit. Exhaling, releasing any tension in your arms, shoulders, hips, and thighs so you can draw that leg a little bit deeper. Just like with God, when we release our tension against Him, we can draw a little bit deeper against His love. Release that tension against His love for you. Release that tension against His truth. Bending the knee, placing the ankle on top of the left knee, really pressing strength through that upper heel as you draw that left leg into the body for held by Abba. Shoulders down the back and away from the ears. Holding, held by Abba. Big breath in, focusing on your fruit. Exhaling, just relaxing, preparing for your time, for the quiet time with the Lord. Thanking Him that you are always held by Abba because of Jesus. You're held by your daddy God no matter what is going on. Thanking Him for that, resting in that, trusting in His hands that are holding you and your situation. Releasing, switching sides, drawing that left toe up toward heaven and pulling that leg into the body to where it's comfortable for submitted position on this side. Big breath in, focusing on your fruit, keeping length through the back of the head. If you find that chin jutting up in either one of these positions, just release the leg a bit and drop that chin back down into neutral. Holding, focusing on your fruit, waiting for that quiet time, sending Him any cares or concerns right now because He cares for you. Bending the knee, placing the ankle on top of the right knee and drawing that right leg into the body for held by Abba on this side, feeling that great stretch through the glutes. You work those glutes hard today. Big breath in. Exhaling, releasing your shoulders from your ears, focusing on your fruit. Big breath in. Exhaling, releasing any tension through your shoulders, down your backs. Last big breath in here. Exhaling, releasing any tension through your legs and out your toes. Great job. Releasing the legs to the floor. Just centering everything. We're going to do a little bit of self-massage for your scalp. So taking your hands and keeping those hands bright and wide, and just start drawing, like pressing pressure and circles in the part of your scalp by your hairline and coming down towards the temples. Big pressure, drawing little circles with your thumbs, circles with your fingers. Coming down behind the ears, long strokes. So keeping your fingers long and just doing some long strokes behind the ears and down the side of the neck, feeling those long stretch, just kind of following those muscles all the way down your neck. Again, breathing into it and putting pressure on it, but not too much pressure, and breathing into that pressure, focusing on your fruit. Exhaling any stress away. Good. Releasing, bringing everything to the floor, finding a comfortable position, legs down or keeping them bent, whatever is most comfortable for you to spend some quiet time with God. Shoulders away from the ears, closing your eyes, taking this time to spend with your daddy God who loves you, who's singing songs of deliverance over you. Taking time to send Him any prayers frustrations, thanking Him for His blessings, but most importantly, actively hearing what He has to say to you. Big breath in, slowly wiggling fingers and toes, spending as much time here this morning as you have. When you're ready, drawing that right knee up toward heaven to drop that foot to the floor, and then following with your left, raising your arm over your head and coming and rolling onto your side and pressing yourself back up to a seated position. Great job today. The Christ in me sees the Christ in you, the hope of glory. I pray that each of us grows stronger in that fruit of the Spirit by His grace today, and that we shine Christ's light and His love onto others. We pray this in all of our prayers today in the mighty, precious name of King Jesus. Amen. Thank you so much. Be blessed today. Have a wonderful morning, and thank you for working out. I'll see you on Thursday. Stick around if you have any prayer requests or any questions, and I'm here to answer those, and I'd love to pray for you. Have a blessed day. Thank you.